Well. Just a moment ago, not but a month past, I was saying how there are no leaks in Kill Team, and suddenly, as GW rights the ship for 40k and Age of Sigmar, 0 leaks there apart from a few probably content creators. Kill Team is the leaky ship on the sea once more because, oh my god, we're leaking. We are leaking, and GW ain't plugging, if you get what I say. So let's get straight into it, shall we? First things first. So this is all Spanish again, and we have to assume, so I can also exclusively reveal, normally in this instance where you see like a guy's hand and like a cutting mat underneath and paint behind, I would say this is a content creator 100%, no questions asked. In fact, if I were the detective type, I could probably go and look at some Spanish painters who have probably shown that angle and that colour matte with that particular style of rack behind them and say, that's that person, right? You know, if they're a YouTuber, who knows? But I'm not, and I don't care. So that's up to GW to do if they really want to do. But as someone that is on the review program for GW, the reason I can make this video is because I do not have this in my hands. If I had Tomb World in my hands, I would not be able to make this video because potentially the leaks could be from me. I do not have Tomb World, so I have frantically, before I recorded this video, sent an email to GW saying, am I supposed to have it by now? Who knows what's gone on? Maybe the Spanish just get it earlier than everywhere else due to whatever, shipping, distribution, who knows? Or maybe this isn't a content creator and this is a leak from the translator company, who knows? But no, yeah, like the last one, 100% I think that's a translator leak. But just because they have the physical product, I believe the translator companies don't print it out. So there you go. Anyway, with that speculated and hypothesized upon, we have a new Catan model that you can see behind me. We also possibly have new Necron terrain. I can't tell. If I'm honest, this Necron terrain looks like it might be cardboard. And it's just something they threw together, like, you know, they do that relatively often for various terrain things. So that terrain might not be a plastic kit, or it could be telling us that obviously we know what's coming in the first box for Tomb World, but maybe this is box 2. Or, hold on, so there you go. This is a new Necron model, and these are all the new models, but I think that these are not from Tomb World, and that's why we have the leaks. This is not from Tomb World, despite it having the NPOs from Tomb World and this guy being here, because alongside this we also got these. Now these models here, the Raptors and the Sisters, are not from Tomb World. They are from the next box, or whatever box, I don't know. But we have NPO rules. So it's Ankh Hunting in Shadows. Ankh Hunting in Shadows data cards. So obviously this is just put straight through Google Translate by somebody on Reddit, so thanks to them. Hunting in Shadows presumably is going to be the name of the expansion that this releases in, because this is not Tomb World. I just figured it out as I was looking at this picture, as I was talking, by the way. This is not the Tomb World release. So all of this isn't from Tomb World. So of course, this couldn't be from content creators, because whatever this is so far in advance, we haven't even been shown it. Whatever this is minimum 4 months away. So we don't know what this is. Presumably it's Hunting in Shadows. Ankh Hunting, yeah. Hunting in Shadows, whatever this is. So that's why I can talk about it, because I don't have this. I don't even know what this is called. Warcom hasn't even announced what this is, which is crazy. So this kind of tracks a little bit more for me now. I'm discovering this as I talk about it, right? I am going to read all the NPO rules, but yeah, this tracks a lot more for me now, because I was genuinely like, wait, Toon World is leaking, but I don't have Toon World. What's happened? That's very strange. Or now, whoever leaked the first Spanish thing of Hunting in Shadows with the Night Lords and the Sisters is clearly has the whole book now. So this makes sense. I get it. Cool. The time scale makes sense and why I don't have Toon World. But these leaks, which I first thought, whatever this Catan was going to be an NPO rule for Toon World, because of course we know that we're getting Necron Warriors in Toon World. I thought this would just be an additional NPO that you could run. Presumably not. Now this is going to be the next box. Interesting. And of course, okay, yeah, so all I was saying was this piece of terrain here could be a piece of plastic terrain that we get in, you know, the second, third, fourth box for Toon World. There you go. Yeah, cool. Or it could be a piece of plastic art they put together, and these runes here are just transfers, and who knows. But anyway, new Catan model. So we know this new Catan is going to be coming within the next year. And it's going to be a nice big surprise for Necron players, but you've seen it now, so hope you enjoyed having that fun ruined. Cool. So this is now they've called it the Nightbringer. This is obviously just this must be a mistranslation. Sorry, not a mistranslation, just a misnomer, I suppose. Because we already have whatever this guy's called. What's he called? It's not Nightbreeder. All I can think is Nightbreeder now, and it sounds pretty rapey. So he's the Night... I've lost it. But he already exists. He's not a new guy. This is a resculpt of an existing Catan. So let's take a look at the Kill Team NPO rules. So APL is 2, although amusingly it's LPA there. His move is only 5, which is bizarre. His save is 4, and his wounds are 25. It's always interesting to see how GW wants to put across boss battles in Kill Team. So we don't know what this is yet, right? We don't know how exactly this is going to play on the board. We don't know the further things, but let's just read it as is and take it in. Behavior, this Ankh, okay, will move towards the central enemy to combat, but if it cannot, it will shoot at it. Okay, so you combat, so we all know how this works. This is just the AI rules. If you can fight, you fight. If you can't, you charge. Failing that, you shoot. What do you got? You got 4 attacks on 3s, 5-0 with Dev 5. Okay. Range is something. Severe. And then we don't know what how number of attacks presumably is 5. With hitting on 3s, something 6, rending lethal 5. We can assume 4-6. That's normally what they do for a power weapon type thing. Cool. Powerful enemy. This agent cannot have a hide order and can be transfixed, obfuscated, bet, or used, meaning it can be activated multiple times per turning point, and the bonus point ends when all other agents are used. Okay, we're getting into a few issues with the auto-translate here, obviously, but let's keep reading. So, when the turn of the activated, roll 1d6 on a 4-up, activate this Annie. Skip the active attack. If none are in the annihilation zone, on a 1 to 3, another Annie bet. Activate the... Guys, auto-translate has not quite fixed all translation issues, it turns out. Or, the Spanish community, if this is what your rules are written like, get help. My God. Right, but cannot move more than 12 inches per turning point. Well, how could you possibly? Oh, you charge. Oh, right, okay. So this is very standard. I assume... So this guy has APL 2. If we look to what they're... Very roughly what they're saying here, you can't be obscured. You can't go to a conceal. And you... but you can activate multiple times. Every time it's your go. On a 4-up, you can activate. But you've only got 2 APL every time. Unlike if you look at the Brood Lord from the Brood Brothers, is he called Brood Lord? Yeah, probably. Where you get 4 APL and you can spread it out over 2 activations. This guy just potentially keeps on going, which makes sense. He's a boss, right? So if you just roll really hard, this guy just activates every time, which cool, makes sense. So and of course he's got an invuln save because you ignore piercing one. Cool. Indomitable reanimation is incapacitated before. Wait, indomitable reanimation. Hold on. If incapacitated, before removed from the activation zone, place a reanimation marker under the center of its base. Then remove it as incapacitated, also removing all tokens and rule elements it had. Poison token, etc, etc. So status effects. During the setup step of the next strat phase, roll 1d3 plus 1. After completing that number of activations, deploy the guy. Okay. So, and then this just always goes off. Deploy this agent with a grapple order. Okay, what's that? Engage order, I assume? In the center of the reanimation marker. If there are any agents that prevent this, redeploy them as if this agent had ended its movement there. Okay. See authoritative presence below. That agent regains all lost wounds. Remove that reanimation marker. Commanding presence. This agent may move through parts of terrain features, including wall terrain features, as if they were not there, which takes precedence over terrain feature rules, but must end those moves in locations where it can be placed. When this agent moves through light terrain, remove that terrain from the annihilation zone, kill zone. Unless it is connected to heavy terrain, this agent may move through other agents and may end its move and set itself up on their bases. In such a case, remove those agents. Yeah. When another agent is in advantage territory, if they are, I feel like I'm having a stroke reading this. And amusingly, I think I'm going to feel exactly the same even when I'm reading the native English rules. But my God, this is tough. So, long story short, he pops up on the board. You can't kill him. He's going to reanimate constantly, and he's obviously a little bit killy. So, sounds good. Unless he has any rules to be able to fall back for free, there are some teams that are just like, oh, I put a little guy into you. You're stuck. Which is fair enough. Cool. That's about it. That's all we need to know about this guy. He seems fun. Cool. I remember when I did my boss battles thing, I had to, much like them, I had to write rules for how can you move through kill zones when your model or your base is bigger than basically every gap on the board. They've just said, you just move. There you go. And if it's light terrain, it gets destroyed. If it's heavy, it stays there. But he's a big scary ghost, so he can just move through things, which means he, in essence, has 5-inch move, but with full fly. Yeah, there you go. His base is large enough, pretty clearly, that a dash isn't going to clear any terrain. So as soon as you touch a piece of light, it just gets removed, which is fine, makes sense. Cool, pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing what else, everything else on this page means. I'm pretty hyped. Yeah, there you go. Right, well, hey, there's more that has leaked, which is, again, I was going to do 2 separate videos because I thought this was the Tomb World leak and the other one was the Hunting in Shadows leak. And, you know, you got to farm those clicks, right? So 2 videos because there's a lot to say. I now realise that's a mistake, and this is not a Tomb World leak. They are both Hunting in Shadows. But with the fact that everything dropped today, I feel like I should just wait till tomorrow, because we'll probably have more. And also, by the time I was looking, nobody had done an English translation on them, so it was just a bunch of gibberish. And actually it's just like, oh, 5 dudes. It's like, oh, okay, fine. So, cool, very nice. Big fan, very excited. 10/10 will bang. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Not for Hunting in Shadows, though, for Tomb World, whenever that releases. No, I'll see you tomorrow for Hunting in Shadows, unless the leaks get removed or something. All right, cheers.